Hi guys, it's Miss Segura here. I'm here with another art lesson today for you, and this one's kind of different. We're going to do something 3D, which means it's not going to be flat. And what we're going to be making is something out of stuff you probably have at your house. This is a little pot that I made out of magazines. So I had some old magazines like this lying around. And I'm going to show you how you can use an old magazine to make something really cool. Okay? So, what you're going to need are magazines and glue. I have some tacky glue. You can use Elmer's glue. Hot glue really works well, but you have to make sure that you have a parent helping you with that if you're going to use hot glue. Okay? This takes a little bit more patience. You're going to have to hold it, but you know what? You probably have a lot of time on your hands right now, so I think you'll be okay. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look through your magazines and you are going to find pages that have colors that you like. Sometimes people decide, you know what, I want my pot to be all one color, so I'm going to look for all pictures that have blue in them. Or I just want it to be black and white, so I'm just going to find the pages that have that. Or you could do like a variety. That's what I did with this one. I just found different pages that I like the colors on. This one has some nice greens. I might tear that one out. I tore this one out earlier because it's got purple, which is my favorite color. So I just went through the magazines. I tore out a bunch of pages that I like. You have to be careful when you tear them because you want them to stay in one nice piece like this. When you've got several pages, and you're going to need a lot of pages, but once you have a few, you're going to start rolling them into coils like this. Now, if you've been in Miss Segura's class, and if you were in 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, then you know that a coil is a long, skinny piece that is rolled up. We do those in clay. We make coil pots. So you can imagine this out of clay. You've probably done that if you've been in my class. So this is a skill that it doesn't have to be done in clay. You can use magazines if that's what you have at your house. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and here's the part where you need a lot of patience, okay? So to make a coil like this, I've got several of them rolled. You see how they're all the same size? It's about 1/2 inch wide, okay? That's what you want. You want them to all be the same. So that's gonna take a little bit of patience when you're rolling it. You're gonna have to start on the edge, okay? So I'm gonna flip this paper over so the purple's on top when I roll. And I'm gonna start on the edge like this, and I'm gonna fold it over, and I'm going to just keep rolling very carefully, just like this, rolling it, kind of pressing it down as I go, because it's okay if it's flat. You kind of need it to be flat. So I'm rolling this coil, I'm making sure I'm keeping it nice and even. Now look, you see how I've got this little edge? I'm going to have to not tape it down, I'm going to have to glue that down. So I'm going to use this tacky glue, but if you have hot glue and you have a parent that can help you, that goes a little bit faster. Or if you have just plain old Elmer's glue, that's fine too. But I'm going to use a little bit. You don't have to use a lot, just a little bit on the edge, a little bit in the middle, a little bit on the other edge. Then I'm going to fold it over. Okay? And I'm going to hold it for a few seconds and make sure that that glue stays. And you're going to need a ton of these. This is a tiny pot. I've made them where they're big, but you're going to need a lot of these coils. So this is something you can do, you know, if you're watching TV and you're bored, you can roll coils, something that you're going to need a lot of them. Okay, so once you have a lot of them that are glued together like this, then you're going to be ready to start making your pot. So the first thing you have to do is start with the base. See the bottom of my pot? This is the base. That's the flat part that sits on the bottom. And the way we did that was I made a spiral. So a spiral is a line that is curved, and it keeps curving and curving and curving. You're going to take one of these. You're going to start with the end of it, and you're going to bend it around so it's tight. You don't want any spaces in between your coils. And I'm rolling it in my fingers. See what I'm doing? See how it's starting to roll? Rolling it and rolling it and rolling it until I get to the end of this coil. Okay. See that? that's the start of the base of my pot. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue that edge down, and then I'm going to keep adding coils to it. So I'm going to have to hold it down for a while. It takes a while. So I'm going to show you the next step. So after you have it glued and it sticks, you're going to take your next coil and you're going to glue that right onto the edge of this one. And you're just going to keep going around and around and around. And you just keep doing that. And eventually, it's going to get to be a nice round circle, flat. And you're going to use that as your base. And once you get it to the size you want it to be, I did mine about this big, okay? Then you can start adding coils to the top of it to make the actual pot. So the way I did that was this, I'll show you. You're going to take your coil and you're going to start, on your case it'll be the bottom of the base, but you're going to start on the edge of the base, put a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to do one on this side so you can see. And I'm going to lay my coil in there. I'm going to keep adding a little bit more glue as I go, so it stays put and it doesn't slip and slide all over the place. A little bit of glue. And then I'm gonna wrap it around my pot. And I'm just gonna keep adding and adding and adding. And as you do that, it's gonna get bigger and bigger. You can change the shape of it. You see how mine was small at the bottom and it got bigger? The way I did that was I just made, when I added my coils, it gradually, I put them on the outside so they gradually go out and out and out. If you want it to get smaller, you would put your coil kind of to the inside. I think once you start on it, you'll get a hang of it. And you can do, the sky's the limit with this. You can build as high as you want. You can build whatever shape you want. Once you get it all finished to the size you want, you can go back and use coils and add cool things on the outside. Like if you wanted to add like handles, or if you wanted to add little designs with little pieces of coil all over the outside, you could do that. There's lots of possibilities with this. But it's really cool and it's really functional. If you put enough glue on there and glue it together really nicely, you could use it to, you know, put whatever you want in there. You could put flowers in there. You would have to seal it with something on the inside though if you want it to be waterproof. But you could, I'm gonna probably use this one to put my paintbrushes in. I've got some paintbrushes right here. It's a perfect size for that. Look at that. Perfect. So you can use it for so many different things. And it's just using stuff you have around the house. So think about that. Next time you're bored and you're wondering what you could do, look around you because you can use just about anything, including magazines, to make cool art projects. I hope you have fun. I hope you can make a cool pot using a magazine and recycled stuff, and I can't wait to see them. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.